Good morning. Good morning. What's going on, you beautiful people? It's 2:44 a.m. I am on my way to the gym right now, and I feel very good. I am sure glad I got over that whole gym thing. And let me tell you something. Uh, Doing things you don't want to do is a lot like kicking heroin. If you've ever seen anybody kick heroin, I seen it a lot when I was in prison. They shake, they shiver, they do a whole bunch of other crazy things with their body because the drug is trying to gain control over them. So I'm super happy and blessed that I am able to get over that feeling, and going to the gym is an exciting time for me. I remember waking up in the morning and having anxiety about what I was going to do when I switched into my real estate career. And I'm glad that I got through that. And I'm not saying that I don't have issues. Like, geez, let's make this very clear. Everybody has issues, just everybody deals with them differently. But I am so happy that those things are not something that plague me 24/7, 365, because that in itself would be a huge disappointment if it never went away. New levels, new devils. I don't mind that. Give me a different problem. Don't leave me in third grade working on the same situation. And that's the problem with some people. They still in third grade working on the same problem. Been there for 5, 10 years working on the same problem. Been in the same financial position working on the same problem. Been in the same relationship working on the same problem. Like, you see them and they working on the same situation. They probably still got their same bar seat at the bar set out with their name on it. Same thing, same situation. Nothing changes. You take somebody like me who has less talent than 90% of the population, and you put a lot of hustle in me, and then I end up rising above the cream of the crop because talent without any type of push is just wasted talent. It's just dead. It's non-existent. And sometimes you look around, and I'm a firm believer. I always look at the Kennedys. And I say, how do you have such a wide range, a lineage of individuals who managed to see such levels of success? Now, don't get me wrong, I don't envy the fact that they died, but the structure, and most people don't know Joe Kennedy. You know, when you think of Kennedy, you think of John F. Kennedy, you might think of Maria Shriver, you might think of Ted Kennedy, you might think of some of these other, but you never think of Joe Kennedy. You never think of the father. You never think of Ethel Kennedy. You never think of the mother. And how instrumental they were in solidifying that legacy. It's because not only did they teach their kids that they can do anything, but they instilled in them a work ethic that was second to none. If you look at the documentary, none of them were overly super gifted and special naturally. But yet you take somebody who has a harder work ethic and you put them up to somebody who's naturally gifted, and the person with the natural work ethic, or the person with the work ethic, will beat out the person who's naturally gifted every time. Every time. Because the person who's naturally gifted, they don't have another level. You ever notice something? the good looking guys typically always end up, and I'm not a good looking, bad looking, I don't put myself in any one of those categories. I just say all this to make a point. They have a hard time getting the girl they want, especially if she's about something. Because a girl that's about something don't want just your looks. A woman that's about something doesn't want just your looks. What else do you have to offer? What else do you bring to the table? Where else is your value proposition? Or all you have is a nice packaging? You got to put in work. And if your effort doesn't level out to your natural ability, you will find yourself losing out on things that are meant for you left and right. And you'll be sitting there wondering why the person who has less talent than you has moved into a position that was already set aside for you, because they got more hustle. If you ever see somebody who you know is not as talented naturally as you, but yet moving farther in life than you can attribute that to their hustle, to their grind, to their swag, to their get down. Because a person who has grind and hustle has levels. They have gears. They have different speeds they can go into. You think somebody with natural gift is up driving around at 2:52 a.m.? No. The person who has a natural physique that comes to them naturally, their gifted DNA, their genetics, allow them to wake up at 10 o'clock, eat a cheeseburger, and then go to the gym and work out for 5 minutes. But when you're not naturally gifted, you have to overcompensate for that. And here's the dope thing about it. The person with hustle and the person that's naturally gifted, in actuality, at the end of the day, if they both put forth the same effort, will end up at the same point in life. The sad thing is, the person who's naturally gifted, if they don't step up their game and put a little hustle behind their muscle, will end up just another washout. You see them in the college ranks all the time. They're excellent college players. Could go on to be NBA, NFL, could go on to do all those things. But why is there such a small few people who actually make it into the league versus a big, wide league full of talented players who can do it on every level? It's their effort. Got enough players. It's the effort. If your natural talent overrides your effort, you will sink. The person with no talent and more effort, they will take your lunch every day. I'll take your lunch every day. That's why I'm so determined on this treadmill. I hated running. Run? Fool, we run from the police. We don't run for sport. That's for white people. Now I can't get enough of it. Because my effort will take me where your natural talent won't. Because I gotta work harder. And because you naturally talented and everybody's been patting you on your back saying how good you are, it's like the tortoise and the hare. You relied on your speed. You little did you know you mistake that tortoise for somebody who was stupid. Balance out, life will start to reward you. Take for granted what you've been naturally given, and life will pay you back.